of Boreas. It was time to choose.
Let's
The
have the
rebellion
narrator
was in trouble.
say what he has to say.
Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Bernardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. A temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. Corrupt its user into a bloodthirst. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
So, as you can see, we have 3 choices we can choose from, and this is one of the key features of the game. So you have a storyline which will allow you to take a set of choices, and of these choices you can get several conclusions, key informations, which you have to combine to figure out a way to complete a game. So currently I have 3 choices. These are the first choices the game allows me to take, but as you can see we have lots of different outcomes. So I completed the game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times so far and each of these had different set of choices I have taken, and these set of choices ended up with some results. I ended up dead all the time, and I have to find a way to complete the game without dying, so achieving the goals. And the goal is to have the rebellion win against the Empire. And there are some key elements in the game which you will face from time to time. The first of all is that you have a friend Lupino, who's a rabbit guy, and then you can choose to free him, to help him, and after you can have another set of choices which you can take. The second part is as you can see, I haven't unlocked any of these truths, so I don't know yet which choices I have to take to uncover some information in that row. The third set of choices are about a rabbit girl who's a daughter of the Emperor, so she must be evil as far as we can, but the story is not that simple. And the fourth set of choices are about ancient artifacts. You have one artifact which can be created by combining 2 items in the game, and then again you have another artifact which, as far as I know, it's an evil stone which eats up the souls of those who you kill during the game. And if I complete any of these, then I uncover informations, and if I have all these 4 key informations, then I will know the truth. I will know how to win the game. So I will try to play a set of choices which will unlock something from the second row, from here. If I'm lucky, I'm gonna end up with the right choice from the third one from these choices. So yeah, let's just start it.
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis stone. It would whisper promises in his ear, offer him power for blood. But this time, Bernardo was sure he could master it. And so, Bernardo went ostrich hunting.
So the game is very amusing. Its art style is just amazing. I really like the level design and how they did the graphics. Also its combat system, as you will see, it's very fast and combo based, and it's really easy to get into it.
Long hidden in a buried temple. Another ancient item that was only resurfacing
and also you will see that it's full with narrations by the storyteller, and it also makes this game pretty special because the more you know by unlocking different set of choices, the more information you'll have, and the storyteller will incorporate this into his narrations, and it makes it really interesting. So first of all, you have about the combat system, you have basically four skills you can use. You have the dash action, which can be used to close the gap to enemies or just escape, make some distance to attack from another angle, which is very handy. Also you have a simple attack with your sword. That's the only weapon you have, your sword, and that's it as a class in a classical term. And the sword's attack can be used to parry attacks from enemies, which allows you to finish them up more quicker, so that's a quite handy tool. Also you have this hook thingy, which can be used to grab enemies or just to rip their shields and have them exposed to you. And above my HP bar you can see that I have an energy bar, which is currently green. This is the energy bar sword special. You can have 4 swords. You start with just one, with the green one, and you can unlock a red one, which is a fire sword, a blue one, which is an ice sword, and a dark purple void sword. Each of these swords have different special attacks. The green sword heals you, the red sword can make your attack fiery, the ice sword obviously will freeze enemies, and the purple sword will give you attack speed. Also you'll find treasure chests along your path, which will give you resources. These can contain food and energy, which will increase your health or your sword's energy. But also you'll find these ores, which can be used to enhance your sword, and also for each sword you have an elemental essence, which can be used to upgrade it.
Where was a
yeah, about
you needed one?
the items you can use during the game. You have your sword and you have your sockets. So for example, let's just start with the swords. These are the 4 swords you can use. As you can see, all of my swords are maxed out except the void blade. So as you can see, I will have to collect like 52 more ores to complete it, but I don't have any yet. And you'll have your gems. You have 3 sockets you can use, and for each socket you can use 1 gem. And if you find more gems of a specific kind, it will make it just stronger. And these are the gems you can use. The upper one will increase attack speed. This one will increase the critical of your fox. I haven't really figured out which is the best combination for me, so I'm just using physical resistance, the one that gives me sword energy for every kill, and the third one is just increasing my attack speed. Maybe I will switch this to the shield breaker, which is very handy. It will just tear the shielded enemies' shields, so you can just attack them more easily. The level design is really interesting. It's linear in a way, but you can have multiple paths to finish a level, and the game utilizes a gate system for this. you will see different colored gates among the path, and you can unlock these gates with your swords. But when you start the game, you only have your green sword, so you can only open green doors. But as you find more resources, you'll be able to open up more of these gates, thus find another pathway to go along. Also, as you kill enemies, you gain experience, and with each level you can upgrade your skills. I will show this soon. Let's just heal up and go on for now. Usually I'm using rather the green or the red sword, but I think the other two is quite strong too. So about the skill system, you can upgrade your character by using these altars, and you can enhance every skill you have. So you can enhance your hook, your dash, your combo strikes. This one is very interesting. By parrying enemy attacks, you'll be able to slow time. This one I haven't used. This one, these will give you damage when you're countering an attack, and also you can increase your base stats. Your base stats are health and stamina. And I don't know which one to use now, so I would just skip this altar for now. Again, we have a set of enemies here. Also, you have different type of enemies. When you start the game, you just end up having these basic enemies, these ravens with just their swords, and as you become stronger and stronger, you will face stronger enemies. The second one is the simple raven with a shield, which is not a big difference. But after that, you end up having enemies which will buff the ravens with health or power, or just explode on you, or things like that. So as you can see now, I have two pets to choose from. This one, which you can take without having any sword for you, but I would just take this one because I have the icy sword now and I can open it up. These won't affect the story, but you'll find different items on these different pathways. Also, you will have these scrolls. These are not that important. These are just little informations about the story itself. So characters, places you'll visit, and things like that. You can just read them if you're interested in that. So this is another application of the hook. I can just close these distances. So again, I can choose two different paths. Let's try that one for now. So the blue guy, which I just killed, will enhance all of the other enemies. So it's a good practice to kill it fastly. Also the fire guy will just explode, which you can use to destroy enemies as well. So it can be a strategic choice during combat.
He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
So I just found a gem, so my socket, this gem is used in one of my sockets, and then because I have like 3 of them now, it just became stronger. So I will now get more energy after every kill.
Cleverer than most people.
And even though you're repeating the story from time to time, because you have to figure out some truth, it's very amusing. I found it really interesting. So this one has my dash, my hook. I'm not interested in those. All right, this will give me a ranged sword attack after I reach
Haven't you always wanted to do that?
a combo threshold. Let's see what it does. So I'm now unleashing fiery hell into these bastards. Well, that wasn't very wise of me.
The Ravens at least could not get past this point. Obviously the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
And I just really love the level design. So it conducts of many levels of these pillars, pathways, anything, and you can just see how deep it is. They're using this platform to travel from one location to another.
Getting a horse up in one of these things. He will be cursing a blue streak.
There are some puzzle elements in the game, like here, but it's not really hard. It doesn't make the game more in any way. It's just there to have some more features in it.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up.
Oh, this thing looks evil. Definitely will give you blood.
Eager, thirsty.
So it wants me to kill the Emperor's daughter, the Bonner girl I mentioned before. Which we'll try.
That seems
because I took this path before,
wrong.
but I ended up with the result
was the Emperor's greatest general
which haven't given me any new clues to complete the
and he had a
truth.
sneaking suspicion the gem would try to control him. Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god, torn out by the Transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. What's the core? Said the stone anxiously.
So it doesn't want me to get the core.
What you want? But even though Renato knew how evil the gem was, he had a clever plan for dealing with it.
So as you can see, we have these exclamation marks for the top and the lower one because I haven't completed these so far. So I once I ended up having this choice, and it left me dead at the end. So I obviously won't have it, and my choices are to use it without its evilness. But as the book says, it have a tendency to backfire, and also I can just give in to the sword and try to kill the Emperor's daughter, which we will try this time.
Was he listening to a talking rock? Ah, but the rock had a point. If the stone could truly turn him into a powerful warrior, he could defeat the Emperor with the very weapon the wicked old Toad had sought for himself. To be a hero, you had to sacrifice old friends sometimes.
Because I think the fourth
become enemies.
Key part of the truth is connected to the evil Emperor's daughter, the bunny girl.
As he placed the impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Renato had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun. Was it the time of the lost gods before the Transcendent Emperor? Was it the future? It whispered. Take the power. He could feel the stone's hunger for souls. Its thirst for blood. All right, I get it. This was going to be interesting.
Indeed, this is going to be interesting. I'd really like to find the fourth information to uncover the truth. Can we go this way? No. No? Why not? It seemed like a path. But anyway.
The city was burning, and there was no one to put out the fires. If somehow Zenobia survived her father and inherited his crown, what sort of empire would she be heir to? But he couldn't think about that, could he?
And the funny thing is in this game is that the hero will always doubt himself, because he remembers all the choices he did before.
I'm just trying to teach you how to fly. The ravens on Zenobia's island were no match for Renato. They screamed as the stones sucked out their souls, and with each death, he felt stronger. Take the power, the stone told him. that door been opened before?
So we got a new gem, which was elemental resistance. All right, not particularly interested in any of these. Let's just go on. Oh, another chest. We were here before, right? So we should find another path. This should be it. Uh-huh. Here's the switch.
He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he?
Alright, these enemies are really tricky. These are like Eye of the Beholders. These are real sneaky bastards, just patrolling an area with this yellowish vision. And if they found you, they will inflict just a huge amount of damage. So you have to be really careful with them. I'd like to find a way here, because there's a chest I want to open.
Who are you looking at? Oh, right. No one.
Who are you looking at? It almost killed me. Let's just heal up a bit. This green sword is not really efficient. Do we have a switch here somewhere to open the door? Ah.
A gem of power. Ooh, you didn't find those every day. Zenobia was waiting for Renato. She was alone, confident as always. Fire danced at the tips of her claws.
Are you here to surrender?
She seemed as cocksure as he felt. But she didn't know he had the stone.
And I've missed you too, love.
He chuckled. She spotted the stone and bolted without another word.
So we can just follow her the way she went, or we can just take the void sword and take this direction. I'm gonna go with this one for now.
See? That little color looks good on you.
I'm interested in the chest, not the scroll. Critical chance gem. Since the combat is fairly easy, I'm not going to use it for now.
Finally, Renato caught up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Now her eyes were wide, frightened. He didn't like seeing her this way. "Kill her," whispered the stone. "You cannot win your rebellion without it." "Please." "No," said Zenobia. "Not that way." Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem? But if he spared her, he would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be?
So again we have two choices. Spare her and try something, or kill her and go against the Empire. So whenever I ended up being the nice guy in this game, I just died at the end. So even if I really wanna spare her, I'm just gonna kill her. And I'm really interested in the outcome of that choice.
Her eyes widened even more. And then the light went out of them. Renato felt amazing. Power was rushing into him like water from a burst dam.
And I really like this evil stone.
Exalted the Iblis stone. Tasty. Renato returned to the Farfarer and set a course for the Nexus. The Empire had a communication outpost there. He could call the Emperor directly. It was time to seize the outpost and let the Emperor know what he had done.
So again, we're facing some new choices. Probably I'm going to go against the Emperor. Oh no, I have to seize the communication tower first. Alright, that's one way to go.
Was beautiful. He never realized how beautiful.
But we're super strong with this gem now.
So sweet.
I don't know if it affects the combat in any way, but at least it gives me self-confidence.
Black feathers. Suddenly, his eyes are filled
and some sense of evilness, which I like.
Voice calls him home. Is this a vision? Whose? Is this the time of the lost gods? Or the future? No matter. What mattered now was killing his way to the Imperial outpost and challenging the Emperor from there.
A chest full of old banana peels. There had to be more. There was.
So what's behind door number 3? Probably just a chest or a few chests. Or maybe a different path.
Oh, you got such delicious looking eyeballs! Caught the lead, Raven. Thank you, I think, said Renato. It never hurt to be polite.
That escalated quickly. Can't go this way for some reason. Let's just take this one then.
Up ahead was Lupino. What was he doing here? Bernardo! Hey, buddy! Hey there, old buddy! Please don't kill me! Why would I kill you? Asked Bernardo, although he had been thinking about it. Well, you've become... look, I mean, no disrespect at all here. Kind of evil? Maybe you should, I don't know, go to the mountains to have a think? See if maybe you're sure the stone is not all that healthy a thing to keep? I suppose you wanted, Bernardo said, and poked Lapino in the chest for emphasis. Oh, had he just killed Lapino? Oh, damn it.
So, I'm not gonna spare you the spoilers. So this rabbit guy Lupino here is an old friend of our hero, and I tried to save him several times, and all of these times I ended up dead by him because he's a traitor. So I'm not happy that he's dead. At least he won't stab me in the back anymore.
Really hot lady foxes with pictures and addresses and everything.
I just found a new gem. Let's see what it is. Critical chance. Treasure hunter. I had a level 4 gem, right? Somewhere. No, I didn't. No matter. I'm good with this setup, I think. This shield breaker makes dealing with shielded enemies a lot easier. We just leveled up again.
To the Imperial outpost like a water buffalo rampaging. At the last moment, he remembered not to kill the Far Speaker Toad. After all, he wanted a word with the Emperor. But there was only silence. The Emperor was scared, like little girl. Well, he would gather the rebel army and slaughter the Imperial fleet.
So the stone wants me to go
the Iblistone
with the rebels.
Then the Emperor would have to answer his Far Speaker, wouldn't he? Who are you? Asked a distant voice that sounded uncomfortably like Zenobia. What have you become?
I'm having an identity crisis.
Go to the mountains, urged another that sounded a bit like Lapino.
I can choose to go to the mountains and find myself again because I became evil, or go and fight. Let's see what the mountains.
What are you doing? Demanded the Iblistone. I need to think. Bernardo told it. You're not good at thinking, said the Iblistone.
That's true.
But he set sail for the mountains, where he could be alone with his thoughts.
Let's go to the mountains.
Why were there Raven Scouts here in the empty mountains? Was there nowhere he could find peace and quiet? There were other ravens here too. Shadowy ones, transparent, lining the path. Ghosts. They cawed as he passed, but they didn't try to stop him. Spectators. Had he really killed that many ravens?
I haven't been here so far, so this is good. This is new for me too.
Haven't you heard? Goth is over.
Boom.
Now they felt bad for littering, but these islands were short on trash cans.
Just a few more ghosts
Then
here.
he saw her, Zenobia. She was a ghost too. She ran off when she saw him. How could a ghost be afraid? He followed her. He had to.
So by killing evil, it seems to be we are becoming the evil here. Which way, which way? Oh, let's go this way.
Oh, they really ought to put a railing on this thing, he thought. Bernardo followed Zenobia's ghost. Had he gone mad, seeing ghosts? Was she running from him or leading him somewhere? He'd come here to be alone, but he'd never been less alone in his life. Every raven he had slain haunted these rocks. Was this who he was? A killer. He was terribly good at killing. He was an adventurer. Or was that just another word for killer? Whisper the stone. Embrace this destiny.
You're being burned.
Our little fox is becoming quite a killing machine. Gathering souls. More souls. here we are. We're in the coast again.
Give me a lever, said Archimedes, and I shall open a gate. He tried to focus on the job he had to do. The rebellion. Wasn't there a battle coming soon? Would there be ravens to kill? Even an emperor? Such killing. Much wow. Ooh, he'd never been so excited.
Oh, level up. We need the third one of these. Unlimited sword will kill any enemies in a single strike, reaching a huge combo. Oh, that sounds good. Also unfairly easy. So let's see what will happen.
At the end of the mountain path, Zenobia awaited him. Why did you kill me? She said. I was your prisoner, and I loved you. I needed the power, he said. Haven't you heard? There's a war on.
Then what's your excuse for killing me?
Asked his old friend Lapino, stepping out of the shadows. Because the filthy traitor? Said Renato. For once, Lapino didn't reply. The demon has twisted you, said Zenobia. Abandon the stone. You've lost too much already. Her words bit deeper than any sword ever had. So he shook his head, and once again swung his blade through her and Lapino. It had to all mean something. If he gave up the stone now, he would have sacrificed Zenobia and Lapino for nothing. So, Renato set course for the Imperial fleet, where he would end it all. The Emperor, the war, the madness.
Let's see what will happen. I'm getting closer to the new information for the truth. I hope so, at least. Yeah, the final level.
Renato boarded an Imperial ship. No one could stop him slashing his way towards the Emperor. Yes, that was right. To give up now would be to lose everything for nothing. But if he could liberate the land from the Mad Emperor, then he could give up the stone in peace. And those were absolutely his own thoughts. Not the stone manipulating him, right? Oh, yes, exulted the stone. Feel your power. You'll make history today. He could hear a tiny voice within him. Madness? I have to kill the Emperor, he told himself. That's what it meant to be a hero. To do what had to be done, no matter how terrible the cost. Promised the stone. It was a bit windy up here.
Any better dead, Renato
have thought. The tiny voice, whatever it was silent. He couldn't see ghosts around him, but he could feel them. If he gave up now, they would be angry. They would have all died for nothing. Who could give up this kind of power? Could anyone? Oh, he was just a fox with a talent for swordplay. How had this burden come to him? The Emperor offered the sword.
It's almost like playing with the Lich King.
Yes. Look, it's not personal, but your mother wears army boots. On her ears.
Everybody feels now. I think we have like one more ship to cover at the...
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Again. This time, he'd make an end of him. He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
This is the hallway to the Emperor.
The Emperor was cowering in front of his ship.
Please don't kill me.
Croaked Emperor Isengrim III.
Here, take the crown. I don't want it anymore.
It seems that I have become evil.
Please, have mercy. The rebellion is won. Or you could be emperor. I'll just go be a scientist. Or minstrel. Or sell gummy bears. I promise not to bother you.
With all the love he'd ever had for Zenobia, for Lupino, for the kit foxes he would never have, Renato raised his sword. And Renato plunged his sword into his own chest. Wait. What?
So nothing has changed.
Renato screamed as his life
I
force
killed all
ebbed
these
into the
ravens for
stone.
nothing.
It surged back into him, and ebbed out, and surged back in. Screamed the stone. It began to heat up. What have you done? The stone began to glow. It became white hot. It became lava. Nice knowing you, said Renato, as the lava ran like butter. And he died. He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up. Like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. And he hadn't learned anything new this time. He'd done the same thing twice, yet expected a different outcome.
So, as the storyteller has told us, we haven't figured out anything new this time. And I still don't know what to choose for these outcomes, but I will try. I really love this game, and yeah, it was nice showing it to you guys. I wouldn't advise you to subscribe, because I don't know how often will I do videos like this one, but at least leave a comment or like if you liked it. And thank you very much. See you next time. Cheers.